Welcome back to my Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge demo Let's Play test thing. Last time I did play through both Ryu and Ayane's chapters, but something went wrong with the Ayane footage. I don't know if it was the capture software or the editing software, but for whatever reason it just didn't save properly. It wouldn't work in the software, so I had to re-download the demo, and I'm going to play through the Ayane stage again since, well, I did kind of promise that I would have the Ayane stage up. Yeah, whatever, don't care. So, last time I switched the voice language to Japanese because I was really getting sick of going through Ryu's stage, just constantly hearing the same guys going, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," over and over again. So I switched it to Japanese, trying to think a bit differently. Now I'm not sure if the language will have switched back or if it'll still be on Japanese. So even I'm in for a bit of a surprise here. So yeah, Ayane's in France for some reason. Now something I did like about Dead or Alive 5 was the fact that they actually aged all of the female characters up, so all of them are at least 18. That way, when you got them in these really skimpy outfits, it's not really as skeevy because none of them are underage. And this, I believe, is still set before Dead or Alive 1, and I think Ayane is about 14, 15 here, which makes this scene a little iffy. Yeah, I think it's gone to the English voice acting. Yes, because I needed subtitles to know what 5 seconds means. Yeah, it's like Wendy Lee. Anyway, this is just an odd introduction to the character. I mean, I guess it makes sense for an introduction for any Dead or Alive female character. You know, the focus on the sex appeal and that. But
yeah.
What the fuck was that reaction about? Wait, he was like, yeah, and then he's just gonna. This guy. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you in the face and it's gonna be so sexy. And then he gets fucking killed because he's a cunt. Funny how that table just slides across the carpet like that. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this scene other than the fact that, well, Ayane is quite badass in it. But it is kind of disturbing seeing not a 14, 15, maybe 16-year-old girl just cutting these dudes to pieces. And he dies. See, that's what I liked in when they made it playable in Sigma 2, when they added
Sorry to ruin your vacation.
they gave her the explosive kunai as her primary range weapon, which is really cool.
The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask.
Oh.
They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good.
Yeah, it's funny when you see these enemies though. It's like, it's weird in Ninja Gaiden 2 where they were like ninjas against a mortal enemy, and like even with their arm cut off they'll be like, I'm gonna gut you, and still attack you. But these guys are just mercenaries or whatever. So why are they so determined to kill me? Like, I sliced that fucker's arms off before and he's still trying to get me. No, you die, you dick. See, the gameplay is still fun. It's just, I feel like it throws too many enemies at you at once, and that really isn't fun. That was the big issue I had with the end of the Ryu chapter. And I don't know, it's something about this game just generally doesn't feel as good as the first two. So yeah, I can't remember if it was in this one or in the Ryu chapter where I said this, but so I'm sorry for repeating myself, but basically if you want the best Ninja Gaiden experience, go for one black or Sigma, or I guess Sigma Plus. They're your best options because
for the presidential residence.
this game's just not very good.
Won't hold out for much longer.
There are a lot of general improvements. It's certainly a lot better than the original version, but it's still not that good a game. But honestly, I think what would have been cool would have been if they'd had Kasumi be playable in the demo, because you know she's a big addition this time. Oh shit! I'm getting fucked up. Oh yeah, that's funny because Ayane had this one Ninpo move that she used in a Dead or Alive 4 ending, and since then that's become like a signature move. Like she used it in Dead Fantasy, she uses it in Sigma 2 in this, and she kind of used it for a Muso attack in Warriors Odyssey 3. I find it funny though how Ayane still has that big red super move that Ryu has, even though she doesn't have the big evil arm to justify it. But yeah, I think like this, all the enemies being like English for no real reason. It's like it does kind of go along with the this theory we've got. For whatever reason, the Japanese just aren't pleased with the English. You'll notice that a fairly common accent you'll see fairly often in anime, and that is like the blonde, blue-eyed English girl who is a complete bitch for no reason. I've seen that so many times. Ridiculous.
Clear this up, and they'll probably give you a VIP vacay next time you're in town.
I don't know. I can't really put into words what it is exactly about this one that's just not as fun as like Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. I mean, it has got good level design. This is quite a nice area, and the game does have really good graphics. But I don't know. I just really can't put my finger on exactly what it is that doesn't feel right. I think part of it might be Ayane's general lack of moves, because she doesn't have all that many, because she only played them like 1, maybe 2 chapters. Ninja! Yeah, because that sounds great. Ninja! And this is pretty much near the end. All I have to do now is kill these guys and then fight the boss, which is, I believe, the same ones from the other chapter, just I think it may be a bit tougher. And there's 3 of them instead of, I think, 2 in Ryu's chapter. There's something really gratifying about a lot of the big kill moves, but I think it's a bit too automated. It feels like, because I hear him just basically tapping Y and just killing all these guys. So it's like, it just feels like the game's playing itself some of the time. Honestly, I say like Metal Gear Rising is a better Ninja Gaiden experience than this. Then again, Metal Gear Rising is just fucking phenomenal. It needs to be played by literally everyone. Yeah, I'd say overall, while this Ninja Gaiden isn't as good as the other ones, I'd say at least, and there have been a few pretty bad decisions with Dead or Alive since Itagaki left. Certainly, the games are less skeevy, and you don't feel as embarrassed about being a fan than you did back in the day. Like, it's kind of hard to be taken seriously when you're a fan of a series that has a spin-off that's just about all the female characters playing volleyball. A spin-off that actually got 2 sequels. Cause it's like, think of any other spin-off of a fighting game. Soul Calibur Legends, Tekken's Death by Degrees, any of the 3 Mortal Kombat ones, and like, they're all action-adventure games. The only ones that aren't action-adventure are like Super Puzzle Fighter and Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Yeah, so it's hard to be taken seriously as a fan. when that's what the franchise's spin-off is,
Spider ninjas.
and what really represents the
Seems
series.
like they're working for the terrorists. Guess this is what happens when you lose your leader.
It's like, so why are these ninjas got guns? See, it'd be fine if it was like some new ninja clan, but you know, the spider ninjas, when you see them in like Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2, and like any other time they appear, there's a bunch of ninjas who use swords. Why the hell are they using guns? And what the hell does that sound like? Fucking sleigh bells. This ain't Christmas, fool. Kill the ninjas. I really want to know what that fucking sound is. It's pissing me off. At first I thought it was because my key gauge was full, which really being a gauge is a bit weird. I guess that bloody rage thing, whatever the hell that was. I don't know. It's probably something to do with combos. Take that, motherfucker! And now comes the bosses. They're not even hard to beat. They just are fucking ridiculous. I don't think they're that. No, they don't even have that much health. Just like they fucking block everything. And they have those weird blocks, whatever they throw at you. Holy shit! You prepare to die, motherfucker. Because Ayane talks like Bane, apparently. So, Dead or Alive Ultimate 5 has been announced. That looks kind of cool. But again, this is weird focus Tecmo Koei seems to have had in the last few years on Ninja Gaiden. Like, it's like they had those collaboration characters in Warriors Odyssey 3, and it's like, okay, we're gonna have like a character from Warriors Legend of Troy, a character from Bladestorm. You know, that stuff makes sense. And then it's like, now we're having a character from Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden. And then when they added more characters in the enhanced versions, it's just Ninja Gaiden characters. And now with Dead or Alive, they're adding Momiji and Rachel from Ninja Gaiden. Yes, one of them is dead. I think it took me longer than this last time to kill them all, but yeah. I mean, you know, like, Momiji kind of works as a Dead or Alive character, but Rachel just seems like a weird choice since all she's ever shown using is like that massive warhammer and a Gatling gun. You really don't imagine she has much hand-to-hand skills. I mean, come on, even that massive warhammer, she gets knocked out and captured like 2-3 times over the course of the game. She kind of sucks at her job. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that Rachel is like one of the most pathetic female leads gaming has ever had. You know, like, there's a scene where she gets captured. Like, she's captured, and then Ryu beats Doku and saves her. Then she goes off. The very next time she appears, like a couple chapters later, she's been captured again off screen. Except in Sigma, we actually get to play that. And everyone is like a big deal. It's like, oh, Rachel's now playable, and the levels were shit, and she just weren't very good to play as. And she was better in Sigma too. But I guess she still wasn't good enough because she's not even in Razor's Edge.
Nice work, Ninja.
Yay.
You sure don't fight like a little girl. Who are you calling a little girl?
Yeah, you seen how big them tits are? Oh, come on. You're all thinking it. I mean, they did an entire ad campaign based around them. Which was probably one of the skeeviest things ever to happen in gaming. You know, an ad campaign based around a 14-year-old girl's boobs. I mean, it's actually worse than the She Kicks High ad campaign for DOA 3. You'd never get away with that in the West, I tell you. But yeah, that's Ayane's chapter and me rambling for 15 minutes now. No, if you look at this and you think, oh, the game looks good, you know, try the demo, and even if you don't want to try the demo, you know, you're free to buy it. I can't exactly say you're not allowed to buy it or anything like that, but, you know, just keep in mind that it's not as good as the others, and considering the fact that 2 is much cheaper, and you can I think you can get one on yeah, pretty sure you can get Ninja Gaiden 1 or Black on the Xbox, like through digital download, so you can get that pretty cheap as well. But yeah, pretty much any other Ninja Gaiden game would be better than this, with one exception, Ninja Gaiden 3, the original version, because that was a piece of shit. Thank you and good night.